Yeah, that splash screen is right. I think in some occasions in this game, I would rather have 0 kills and a win than a Kraken in defeat. So yes, there's a bit of a spoiler alert, because sometimes the reason you end up with a Kraken in a game is because the team does so badly that there's so many ships left for you to shoot at that sometimes it's quite easy to get a Kraken in defeat, but it does leave a bitter taste in your mouth. Now, I was in division here with Donato, and I think he's in the Gallant, and Dan's been learning a lot from my DD videos, but I was sometimes getting a little bit overly coachy with him when he was playing his games and looking at his player. So Dan said, let me do my own thing a while back, and I was like, okay, I'll let you play. You know what you're doing. And sadly, this is one of those occasions where it ended badly, and it was really disappointing to see, but Red Team did really put a hard defense in on this cap and pushed it significantly with that Eastern Dragon. Now, I've got to put some shots out at him just to see what we can do, because I know he's a nasty cruiser. There we go. He gets a hit on us and a fire, and we're just going to let that burn because it's early game, and I know that he can set more fires on us. There is a smoke screen there at the bottom of the cap, and it is contested, and Dan is going to push down onto that to see if he can get rid of a destroyer. There is the Gnemly, there's the Eastern Dragon. I missed my opportunity at the destroyer. I can't get on at the Eastern Dragon, so I'm looking to see what else I can potentially get a shot on. Now, you'll notice that Blue Team just gave up on B cap at the start, and they gave it away to Red Team, but they did push Charlie cap, so that means it's 1 cap apiece. There is the Mayan. I'm going to turn and get guns on him as much as I can for Dan. I take a huge chunk of health off him, but I think Dan eats a torpedo there, and even though he gets the kill on the destroyer, he goes out, and that is the end of my division eyes on this game. And it was such a shame to see Dan go out, because he has been playing his destroyers exceptionally well, and I put this one down to the both of us being tired because it was quite late at night, and I think we called it a night after this one, or one more. But I'm going to push down and get onto this cap. We're going to try and push Red Team back, get the guns on, get some targets off the map. But look, 2 of our destroyers way out on the flanks, pushed way past the caps. One of them could have gone into Bravo cap there and turned it for us, but they're both chasing the aircraft carrier. And that is just ridiculous. When there's so many Red Team ships down there, you get yourself spotted with those planes flying in, everybody is going to focus you, especially with that Eastern Dragon who is out of range of us. New Mexico isn't going to be so much of a problem because we absolutely clatter him off the map. And so I'm saying, DD, come on, turn round, come for the cap, stop chasing the carrier, and I'm going to do something just to really annoy the destroyer players. And I do this quite often in a game if I have the opportunity. If the destroyers are chasing the aircraft carrier, I'm going to kill the aircraft carrier before they get there. And this was one of those games where I was just getting fed up, absolutely fed up. But myself and the other battleship are piling the pressure onto that carrier. The destroyers are out there. It's a Mayan trying to get in torpedo range, which is what, 5.5, 6k, something like that, really short range. But there is the Gnemly. Red Team still have 3 destroyers in this game. Our carrier should be getting them spotted. Yeah, he's got them spotted, but that's because the Gnemly is so close and is bloody shooting at him. And what you're going to see here is the luckiest destroyer player in the game, because it doesn't seem to matter where I aim, what I'm firing. This guy has got the luck of the devil when it comes to surviving just long enough to do what he wanted to do. Now I've absolutely steamed straight into the carrier here, and I don't know if he's on autopilot or if he's driving it himself, but I'm going to blind fire that smoke, and even though it looks like the shots are landing exactly where they need to be, we're not getting a hit on that Gnevny in the smoke, and he is turning the cap. But where are our destroyers? They're sat in smoke screens, or at least one of them is. That's the main there, but there we go, full salvo on the Gnevny, and he gets lucky again. I'm like, jeez Louise, somebody let me get a shot on this guy and kill him. Oh, that was a broadside destroyer with next to no health on him. Now he's going to be zigzagging away, but watch this, a scatter shot of shells, bang, he's gone. So I couldn't hit him static, I couldn't hit him broadside, but when he starts running away from me and wiggling all over the place, I managed to drop the shot. RNG, it was absolutely screwing with me this day. And now I've got a full health Fuso. There's another destroyer out here. There it is, it's the Akatsuki. I've already got AP loaded. He is coming in from the rear. That's what she said. But we're going to absolutely clatter him and do what we can. Did I say kill number 4 earlier? No, it's kill number 3. This Akatsuki wants me. But there we go, 1, 2, 3 salvos of torpedoes. They've all gone out. He's got nothing left. I can afford to do what I want now and just let the secondaries do the job. That was the absolute waste of a ship, but I am last man standing. So for you DD people out there, including myself, you know, be wary, because sometimes some battleships will shoot at destroyers and they know how to counter your attacks. Now this Fuso, he's going to get greedy. There's practically 2 minutes on the clock. He didn't have to come out here against me. He could have just taken the win. Instead, he gives me a high caliber. And I'm just going to keep twisting and turning and angling away. And this guy here is going to keep turning and give me broadside. I don't need another invitation, mate, because you are gone. Double Citadel, Kraken Unleashed, and now I only have the Eastern Dragon. But I think the California is pretty much full health. With a minute on the clock, there isn't really much more that I can do in this game. I know that if I survive, I can possibly get a Dreadnought medal, I think. It would be nice to kill that Eastern Dragon, and I was really disappointed that he got away from me so early in the game, because he did take a bit of a battering. And as the clock ticked down, there's the California, he's just come into range, but the Eastern Dragon is going to come into range too, just off to the left hand side of the screen. There he is, we get the shots in the air, and as good as we do, the clock is going to tick down before those shots land, sadly. But we do pick up there the high caliber, the Kraken Unleashed, a Dreadnought, a close quarters kill and a fireproof with just under 119,000 damage. And I will say that I obviously got that Kraken because the rest of the team had an absolutely awful one, because going by that base XP score, it would have been around a 2700. Eastern Dragon had an awesome game. Over 3,000 base XP for him. So GDs to that Biggie Piggy. So smash that like button and laugh at the tears of sorrow that I have in yet another Kraken in defeat. But we keep adding to the tally. We do get them in victory too, and those ones make me a little bit less salty and a little bit more happier. Let me know how many Krakens you're on in the comments, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time, take care and goodbye.